The oldest book that has survived anywhere on earth contains a verse that people still say out loud every morning. It does not ask for wealth. It does not ask for protection. It asks that our thinking be set in motion. 24 syllables. A request for clear thought, addressed to the light. Hear it first. Let the sound arrive before the meaning does.
Om Bhurbhuvah Swah Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Na Prachodayat.
That verse is Rig Veda, 3rd Mandala, hymn 62, 10th verse. The Rig Veda is the oldest of the 4 Vedas. Most scholars place its composition between roughly 1500 and 1200 BCE, a range, not a date, and still argued over. It was not written down for centuries. It was memorized, syllable by syllable, and passed mouth to ear across generations. The hymn is traditionally attributed to the sage Vishvamitra. Attribution in the Rig Veda is traditional rather than documented, so hold it loosely. The verse is addressed to Savitr, the sun, but specifically the sun as the thing that starts things moving. One more note before the words. The line Om Bhurbhuvah Svah is not part of the Rig Vedic verse. It was prefixed later in the Yajurveda tradition. Almost everyone chants it. It is still an addition. Now the words themselves. 9 of them carry the whole verse. Tat, that, a pointing word, deliberately vague. It names without narrowing. Savitr, of Savitr. The root is su, to impel, to bring forth, to set going. Savitr is not the sun as a disk in the sky. It is the sun as the force that starts the day. So the verse does not begin with a body. It begins with a verb wearing a name, varenyam, choice-worthy. From the root vr, to choose. Not best as a ranking, desirable as in, this is the one you would pick. Bhaga, radiance. Some read it as brilliance, some as the burning that clears away. Both readings are old and both are defensible. Devasya, of the Deva. Deva comes from Dev, to shine. Before it meant God, it meant the shining one. Dimahi, may we meditate on, may we hold. The root is tai, thought, vision, the mind's steady attention. Note the plural. Nobody says this alone, grammatically, so the first half reads, that choice-worthy radiance of the impelling God, may we hold it in mind. Then the verse turns. Diya, our thoughts, the same root, tai, now plural and concrete. Intellects, insights, the things we think with. Yah-na, who, ours. Pratodayat, may he impel. Pra, forward. Chud, to push. It is a wish form, not a statement. May it drive our thoughts forward. The whole verse is one sentence ending in a request for movement of mind, not for gifts, for momentum. Hear it again. The sounds have not changed. You have.
Om Bhurbhuvah Swah Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Na Prachodayat.
Traditionally, the Gayatri is recited at the junctions of the day, sunrise, midday, sunset, as part of the rite called Sandhya Vandana. For a long stretch of history, its recitation was restricted by caste and by gender. Many modern teachers reject that restriction. The history is worth knowing either way. It is traditionally recited for clarity of mind, for purification, and before study. Those are things the tradition says about it. It is not a treatment for anything. Anyone promising you physical or financial results from a verse is selling something the verse never claimed. If you want to practice it, the traditional instructions are simple and less demanding than they sound. Sunrise if you can. Any quiet time if you cannot. Sit with the spine upright. A chair is fine. 10 repetitions is a common beginning. 28 or a full round of 108 if you want a longer sit. Say it aloud at first, then quietly, then only in the mind if that happens on its own. Your pronunciation will be imperfect. Every tradition that carries this has an opinion about that, and the gentler ones say attention matters more than accent. Learn it by ear rather than from a transliteration. Latin letters will not carry the vowel lengths. One last time.
Om Bhur Swah. Tat Saviturvarenyam. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Dhyo Yo Na Prachodayat.
24 syllables, carried for 3,000 years, asking that thought be moved. Nothing in the verse promises it will work. It only asks. The asking is the practice.
वीडियो पसंद आई? लाइक करो, शेयर करो और ऐसे ही वीडियोस के लिए सब्सक्राइब जरूर करो।